Happy New Year！恭喜发财，红包一个来，谢谢。
Happy New Year! 恭喜發財
Happy New Year! 恭喜
各位
發財。
各位發財。I don't know if you guys have any red packets at all. I've got a couple from the in-laws. I really like this one. This one's pretty cute. It's got a little bloody bull market, I tell you that. 大吉大利.
I got one too. It's probably in the other room, but yeah, I did get one.
One. Oh, okay. Yeah, you should go and get more from the relatives.
Yeah.
Anyway. I was about to say. All right, we're live. Bloody hell. I don't know what to tell you. Actually, off the bat, I'll say I'm actually more ABC than anything else. What about you, Vince? Are you more ABC than Chinese, you think?
I'm very ABC. I may be what you might call a banana.
Yes, that's the word.
Yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
Hang on. No, it's the other way around, isn't it? Is it? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
Sorry, no, that's right. Sorry, no. It's 12 midnight, boys. I can't think anymore. And I've got work tomorrow, so anyway. What are we doing here?
You're asking me?
Mostly just hanging out.
We're hanging out, are we?
Hanging out, talking Hex.
Talking Hex and Chinese New Year, maybe.
Yeah.
What did you have for? Did you have a dinner? Did you have reunion dinner at all, or one of those?
I had a small Chinese themed dinner ish. I had this like spicy beef stew thing, some dumplings, and some steamed fish.
Nice. Yeah, classic. Classic dish.
Standard fare. Yeah. What about you guys?
So we had something called pun choi, if you know that. It's
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's pun choi. So it's like a big pot of seafood. You know, we've got abalone, sea cucumber, mushrooms, and all that good stuff. So yeah,
nice.
So it's like one big pot that you can eat for days. Yeah.
I think the origin of that dish, at least, is supposed to be it was supposed to be a winter dish, I think.
Yeah.
And I think over the years, obviously, it's modernized and it just became more and more expensive. You know, you put sea cucumber and all those good stuff, because back then you didn't have to have much, just cabbages, I suppose, what you could get your hands on, and just put it in a pot, really.
Yeah, because it's something that you can just eat and reheat, you know, over and over again, because the shops are not open. The restaurants are not open till probably for another 2 days. Yeah, so it's something that you can just have in the house, reheat, and just eat throughout the new year. So that's how it goes.
It tastes better with every reheat, right?
Yes.
That's the secret.
Then you just add stuff as you go along. Yeah, add more vegetables and meats and whatever. Yeah, it gets better with time. Each time you reheat it.
Hey Vince, because on the topic of ABC, I don't know if you know what this is. Could you see that?
I don't know what is that.
Cheetah what? Could you turn that?
Did I go this way? Sorry.
No. The other way. The other way.
There we go.
Yeah. What's that? Cheetah.
Actually, no, it's this way. Sorry, my bad.
See that very well.
No, I stuffed it up.
Yeah. That's the way. Oh, Yu Sheng. Okay.
There you go. Do you know what that is, Vince?
No, I do not.
Maybe our culture's a bit different, don't you think?
Yeah.
Maybe slightly.
Yes. Yeah, so Yu Sheng, we do something called the lo hei in the Cantonese culture, at least. So you basically put stuff, I suppose. When I say stuff, I know, you know how stupid I am. I don't know what stuff they are. They're, I think, mostly carrots. I think some pomelo, I think you put salmon if you want to. That's really up to you. What else have we got? You can put, I suppose, radish, probably some fruits. When I say fruits, like apples, you cut them into shape, so they have to be like long and thin. And you just, so it's full of colors, man. It's just full of colors. Then you put nuts on the thing, some crackers, just to give it some flavor, and the most important thing is plum sauce.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then what you do, which is what most people would do, that's the only thing I look forward to, really, because it's sweet, sour, and crunchy all in one dish. And everyone gathers with their little chopsticks, and they fling the bloody thing up in the air, and you say good words. Just say all the good words that you can think of.
Nice.
So it's usually a mess. Like, I think the idea is you have to throw it as high as you possibly can, just to say, like, probably Kevin, I'll probably get you to explain that.
So yeah, so as you flick the flick,
it's on your hair and your face, and it's everywhere.
As you flick the stuff, as high as you can, so you shout out all these phrases, that.
Damn, he's got the app.
Okay, so
that's the Hokkien word.
That's the Hokkien word. So we've got even one in Cantonese. So this guy is genius, man. Because why there was this app? Because in Singapore, you're not supposed to shout out loud when you're doing the lo hei.
Because of COVID.
Because of COVID. So this guy, he thought of doing this app so you could, as you're doing the lo hei thing, just play it out. Yeah, something like that. So genius.
Nice.
Nah, bloody good.
Interesting.
But but anyway.
That's it for you.
Hey, I suppose moving off from Chinese New Year a little bit, because we're all Chinese, which is there's no shortage of Chinese on this earth anyway. Lots of us anyway. I think at any point in time there's like what 200 and something million Chinese living in any corner of the earth. Doesn't matter where you are, you'll find us. We're everywhere.
Like cockroaches.
Oh, don't say that. No, funny that you did say that, because my grandmother, she's in her 90s. She came to visit at least, and she looked on the map. We're on the corner of the earth, like literally. Like if she were to, we're literally on the corner of the earth, nearly at least, towards Antarctica. And then she goes, "Why the fuck are there Chinese people here?" She was expecting, burgers, falafel, whatever, burgers, pizzas or chips or whatever. And then she goes, "Fuck, there's everything here. There's, wonton noodles. You've got them, Hokkien mees, Singapore noodles or whatever, bihun or whatever it may be, and you just got them all, man. There's no shortage where I live, at least. And look, bloody history. For at least for Australia, I think most of the Chinese came over during the gold rush, at least for where I suppose where I lived. So it's what mid 1800s or something. I think let alone in America. I think it was like, when was the gold rush in America? Was it 18s also?
18, yeah,
probably 18s,
mid 1800s. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. Yeah, so I think some Chinese. I think they land in San Francisco first or something like that.
Yeah,
like
I think San Francisco. Yeah.
And then they went on to build the railroads and all that jazz. Yeah. So, but anyway, so that's that. I was just about to say, so with the channel itself, I don't think we just want to focus on Chinese pretty much. So I suppose the three of us, we name this channel HexAsians. We want to cover every single Asian. It doesn't matter which continent, because we're everywhere these days. It doesn't matter where we are. So if you are fluent with your native language, unfortunately, I'm not. I'm so mixed. I'm literally jack of all trades, master of bloody nothing, and that really sucked for me. Anyway, so if you're really good with your native tongue, I suppose do feel free to reach out to any one of us at least, and we will we'll give you a space, let you on.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Any thoughts, boys?
Sure.
Well, I think we can also personally, I feel like we can also include like expatriates from like say the United States that live in other countries, in the Asian countries as well. Because I know like people like Crypto King and Papa Boner, they they're originally Americans, but then
for sure
they live in Japan. So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it might be a little bit of a challenge for them to watch the American stream sometimes because of scheduling and stuff. So yeah, they're always welcome on our show too, just to talk Hex and the culture of where they live too. So yeah,
that sounds really, really good. Anyway, I should probably start and say, I suppose, Vince, you found us. When I say us, you found me, and you find Kevin, and you go, we just got this DM, and we just went, oh, what the fuck? Hey, it's Vince. Like, hey, what do you want? You're like, oh, we should do like a stream together or something. I'm thinking, what?
Yeah.
Where did that came from anyway? Was it? Did it? I don't know. I'll let you talk anyway.
Well, actually, I last night I was actually looking back on the Twitter, the group Twitter DM history, and it was around the time that the right before the first Hex conference happened, and I just got the idea. Originally, I was just thinking of just making this a one-off, a single stream, but then I guess as we talked, we figured we had something going here, and the vision turned a lot bigger. So yeah, hoping to make this a regular thing, and kind of build up all the Asian sub communities like that. So it was really cool. Glad I found you guys, and I think we have something good going on here. So
yeah, no, that's brilliant. I suppose. Do you want to say anything, Kevin, at all?
So I think there is an Asian community in the Hexagon community, but I think we're mostly invisible. If you go into some of the Asian Telegram groups, there are people that are quite active there. They've done a lot of stuff. Done a lot of translations. Things like that. So actually, I just talked to one of them yesterday, in fact, and he comes from Malaysia actually. What the hell is that?
It's my cat man. Don't say hi to my cat man. He brings in the money every time. My Hex stakes every time, every wave. I get it.
What's is there a specific name for that cat?
It's called the Maneki Neko. It's a Japanese.
Oh yeah.
It's called a Zhao. It's in Chinese. It's called Zhao Cai Ma.
Zhao Cai Ma. Yeah.
It's called Zhao Cai Ma. Yeah. So they have that in all these in
all the restaurants and stuff.
In the Japanese restaurants. You know, come, more money. Yeah.
I think the Pokemon character Meowth is also based on that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. So
anyway.
So I was talking to this Malaysian guy, and it turned out that he's a day one OG Hexagon. So yeah. So it was interesting to find that out. And he also has a group of fellow Malaysian friends who are in Hex as well. Yeah, so I think there are opportunities to work together. We could have him on stream sometime.
Sounds
good. To talk about his journey in Hex. Yeah.
Sounds really, really good. Okay. Hey, Vince, I was just about to say, shall we do like a quick, I suppose Kevin as well, we'll do a quick self-introduction of ourselves, like, I suppose how Asian we are. That's a good start, isn't it?
Yeah. Or lack thereof.
Like thereof. Oh, don't even start. God damn. Yeah, you can start, Vince, if you want.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, my story's not too complicated. Basically, both my parents are from Taiwan specifically, and yeah, they both came here to California in the early '80s to kind of pursue the American dream back when it was actually a thing, and yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting growing up here because specifically in the part of LA that Los Angeles that I grew up in, there weren't many Asian kids, so I had to deal with a lot of like yeah, pretty much like racism and yeah, for a while it made me it almost made me like kind of like almost ashamed to be Chinese, and so I kind of like sort of yeah, didn't actually keep up with like Chinese school very well, and so looking back, I kind of regret, you know, not kind of embracing my own roots and culture a little more, because I think yeah, that would have, if I had kept up with that, like I would have been a lot more fluent in my native culturally native tongue, so to speak. But yeah, I kind of realized that it's something that I should catch up on back when I was in college. So yeah, I started just kind of started speaking more Mandarin and stuff like that. So yeah, I was kind of finding my way back culturally, so to speak. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
I was just about to ask, if you've got more spare time on your hands,
Yeah.
would you try, I don't know, like, would you go for a Chinese class? Would you, I don't know. Because hang on, so before you go, only reasons because I'm asking this is because I think we conversed, I suppose, privately as well, and you've used a lot of fan ti zi for traditional Chinese, for people who don't know that. I actually don't know that. I grew up doing the simplified Chinese, which is the jiantizi, which is a lot easier, and you know you can. And yeah, look, it's just so much easier to write. You know, if you do a 1,000-word essay, it takes like half the time. You know what I mean? That sort of shit when you go sit for an exam and shit. So no, I mean, yeah. So I suppose the question back to you would be: would you spend the time, like, just go do it?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm using one of the resources I'm using is Duolingo. Duolingo. It's kind of this little like kind of sort of like flashcard based app, and they only have simplified right now. So yeah, I'm kind of adjusting to that a little bit, but kind of going back to my childhood. Yeah, back in the 90s, it used to be the Chinese language learning here used to be very heavily like Taiwanese Mandarin influence. So and they used traditional. So that's what I grew up on specifically. But then as I took Chinese in high school and college, and I started to notice a shift where first they would teach both, and then slowly I noticed that, you know, the traditional Chinese was kind of being phased out in favor of simplified. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm kind of used to traditional, and that's something I prefer because the characters just look more right to me, I guess. Because it's just you know, something I grew up on. But I mean, yeah, I'm slowly kind of just accepting the realities of the world where everything's gravitating towards simplified. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge to kind of switch over, but yeah, I mean that's just something I'll probably have to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kevin, you want to go?
Well, okay. I'm Singaporean, so
Sweet.
if people don't know where Singapore is, it's not part of China. Okay,
Oh,
it's it's in Southeast Asia.
get that a
So
lot.
if you look on the map, it's look for Thailand, and then go all the way down south. That's Malaysia. Then go south some more. See a little red dot there. Southern tip of Malaysia. That's called Singapore. Yeah. So yeah, I'm second generation Singaporean. So my dad and mom born in Singapore. My granddad and grandma came over to Singapore during I think just after the Second World War. So
I see.
yeah. So as with a lot of Chinese, we're all immigrants from southern China. Yeah. Yeah. So Singapore is as much as a country of immigrants as the States. Yeah. So yeah, I grew up pretty much here, and yeah, as with regards to the Chinese, I grew up learning simplified Chinese.
Oh.
And I learned I learned the traditional Chinese from comic books. Believe it or not. So
interesting.
there was Doraemon and Xiao Ding Dang.
Xiao Ding Dang.
It used to be called Xiao Ding Dang, but it's called Doraemon now. Anyway. Yeah.
Because this is the Japanese derivation.
Yeah. So a couple of years back, they wanted it to be called the original name of the character in Japanese. So they called it Doraemon, but we used to call it Xiao Ding Dang. So
yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah. So anyway, I learned my traditional Chinese script by reading comic books, basically.
That's interesting.
It's pretty similar for me as well. I was about to say, does anyone actually read Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh. Wow. This is how you do a freaking fireball, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I do know that though.
And there was a game too. I think the game was if you own like early PlayStation 1, there's a full-on game. Yeah, and then you have to chalk up the energies before you can do the super fireball, which is basically a long laser. That's what it is. And I think it's in 3 different directions. So you hit a button, you go up in the sky, and you hit a button, you come down, and you're both basically chasing each other on the screen. Funniest shit thing. And then you would do like if you caught if you caught the players in the wrong position, so you could be doing a fireball and your direction's this way, and he's down there. Go, haha, that's it. It's over for you. No, I did that, but sorry, I digress. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. So also, I growing up in Singapore, I did a stint in Taiwan. So I was there for close to 2 decades. And I just came back to Singapore like 2 years ago. So yeah, that's more my background. So I went into crypto. Do we want to go into the crypto a bit or later?
Yeah, whatever you like, man. Whatever you like.
So went into crypto in 2016. Bought Bitcoin about 600. Yeah, ETH at 11, and held it all the way up and all the way down. So So
Question is, are you the original eighth whale?
no way.
666T.
Nah, just joking.
I wish. Yeah, I wish. I
Because
wish.
if you ever were, I think you'll do a double unmasking of yourself. Because you'll
Yeah.
be someone else. You won't show your face.
Yeah. Do that. I turn out. Peter Schiff.
Oh.
Asian
I
Peter
won't-
Schiff.
We're talking about Asian Peter Schiff, though. I think most Asian people adore gold. Not so much silver,
Yeah,
gold,
yeah,
like
gold.
Yeah.
absolute gold.
So in my part of world of the world, the Indians love their gold.
Mhm.
The Indians love their gold. So they wear it everywhere. So yeah, it's amazing.
Mhm.
Chinese like gold, but not to the extent that the Indians love it. So yeah,
I was trying to
Yeah.
find the picture of the Indian man with the gold T-shirt. Have you remember that one?
no,
Oh, the
There,
I'm in it
there
for
was
the deck one.
there was one guy who made a T-shirt
made
full
of gold.
gold. Yeah,
Shit.
bloody gold. I'm like, damn, how can you not lose your life as you walk out? I don't know.
Yeah. So long story short, I found Hex in 2019, and it's turned my life around. You know,
Cool.
I nearly gave up on crypto after the 2017 crash. So
Mm.
yeah, did did all sorts of things in trading, leverage, you name it. I've done it, and yeah, it's not healthy, man. Yeah, so Hex saves you from yourself. Yeah, I wish I had Hex back in 2016. You know, just stash away my bags and forget about it. You know,
Well, there was Bitcoin.
there was Bitcoin, yes, but Bitcoin doesn't prevent you from selling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are your worst enemy. Yeah.
Of course.
Not
Yeah.
anyone else. It's the
You
self.
are your you are your worst enemy.
No.
So
No.
your turn.
Just
Oh
before
yeah.
you say
gotta go
anything,
back. Your
no,
turn.
that's okay. Sorry, when you said your worst enemy, I just thought of something that just came out of my head. Have you ever, being really Asian, right? You sit for your exam as you would, spaced apart, in a massive hall.
Yeah.
And you do a multiple choice question, and for some reason you weren't confident with your answers. What's the next thing you actually did? Go look at your friends. So if you did an A, multiple choice, you did an A, and you look at your friend on your right who did a B, and you look at your friend on the left and he gets a B, what would you have done? Would you change your A to B? Because I did.
Hmm.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know. I did, and then it was so obvious, and then we all got caught staring at each other's papers because it was all the same answers anyway. I was like, well, how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't think I ever did that in grade school.
How honest are you, dude? We're dodgy as shit, man.
I did do that in college, early college.
Oh. Hey Vince, I'm just going to circle back to yourself. Do you want to talk about your crypto thingo?
Oh,
Your history,
before
anything
you
at all?
do your
Yeah.
your whole introduction? Okay, well, I have a bit of interesting pre-background story to how I got into crypto that I've never really told anyone publicly, but I think it might be good to do that here. So, as you guys probably know, Chinese society is very, in terms of like passing down inheritance and things like that. It's very patriarchal, and I think there's this, for whatever reason, like Chinese people prefer sons over daughters, so to speak.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and so my grandma, my grandma and grandpa on my dad's side, they were pretty well off, and my that grandma passed away when I was 13, and so she kind of left like a pretty big fortune for her children, and basically I got a small cut of that because I was the only male heir on that side of the family. My cousins are all female in the family. So
I think we need to find you a wife, just so you know.
I mean, well,
Episode 2.
what I got wasn't very life changing, but anyway, it's funny because I couldn't access that right away, and because another condition for me actually getting that small chunk of money was waiting till my grandpa actually passed away. So fast forward all the way to 2016. Basically my extended family gets word that my grandpa, who went back to mainland China after shortly after my grandma passed away, he actually went back to his first wife. Mm-hmm. So the extended family all found out at the same time that my grandma was actually his second wife.
Oh.
It was at a time. It was in a time in Chinese society where kind of like multiple wives for a husband was still acceptable. So yeah, I'm not too I'm not too caught up about that whole thing. I find it a little humorous actually, but yeah. So yeah, and then my uncle, who's my father's brother, he managed the trust, so to speak, when my grandpa passed away. It's because my biological father actually passed away when I was 2 from cancer. So so he so the management of the trust actually transferred over to him, and then it was kind of messy because there was like there's a bit of a legal thing there and legal tussle, but I ended up getting a little bit of money out of that, and so that's how I was able to. That's how I had a little money on the side to kind of play around first with things like stocks and P2P lending, and then kind of slowly found my way into crypto just by accident, and then that was like around mid summer 2017.
Yep.
And then I just got into Bitcoin, and then slowly got into Ethereum and all the shit coins, and one day I just the very first Richard Hart video I saw was he did like a 3-hour stream with Roger Ver, and so
that one.
He dropped a lot of knowledge there, and he just seemed like a really smart dude. So then I went back and then I saw all the other interviews he did before that, and plus his really short self-help videos, and then pretty much the rest is history. I just kind of after he announced Hex, I was like pretty much all in. So
cool.
Kevin, do you want to add your crypto story? Something, anything at all?
So before, besides trading, I was in cloud mining. So so I did.
Which one did you get into? Just out of curiosity.
Genesis mining.
Of course.
I got into that too.
Yeah. So
you know how YouTubers stream all that shit? Like, I'm making all this passive income, or I put like 100 G's in it, and this is what I'll get on the calculator, and you'll be thinking, I don't know.
it made quite a decent amount of money when Bitcoin was less than 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as the price went up, the returns got less and less, and
Yeah.
and in the end, I think a lot of people with Genesis got sort of like rug pulled in a sense that I think everyone experienced that. So so then I thought, shit, I should have just bought the coin.
The coin,
Fuck that. Fuck that. My shit,
Yeah. I came to that same realization. I did the other one too. The other big one that was I think it was called Hash Flare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hash Flare.
Yeah. I did that and Genesis mining. And it's just it's complete waste of money.
Yeah, complete waste of money. It's just parking your money there, and you just see diminishing returns. So just I would have done. I think all of us would have done much better. Just bought the coin straight up and follow. Just a waste of time. So lots of ups and downs along the way. Yeah, but still, it's a good experience. Without going through all that shit, we wouldn't know how good Hex is, or how rare something like Hex is. Yeah.
And just to add, like, can you imagine like the people that we onboard with Hex, no coiners, they will never they will never go through what we go through, so they will not understand how precious it is to them. It's just another vehicle, and that's fine. That's completely fine. But it's just, they can look at us and say, "Oh, look at these idiots! They dabble with all these things, and I just got straight in." And thank you very much for sharing, really. And you wasted all your money 2 years ago, or whatever. But I see it as a badge of honor. I don't know about you though. It's like, if someone asked, "Have you dabbled with it?" and I was like, "Oh yeah, lost money and all that." I think it's something that you just kind of have to learn, I suppose.
Yeah.
The first one going through the door always gets shot.
First one going through his door gets shot. Well, that sucks. Oh, that reminds me of those Asian movies. You go first, and then the boss is always in the back, like, "You go first." No, I don't want to go first. I don't want to. No, you go first. No, go, Spuddy, go. And then as soon as the door opens, he dies first.
Yeah.
What do you know? No, good one. I like those.
Yeah.
Oh, I love my martial arts Asian movies.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously Jackie Chan, but I'll circle back to that one later, just for something a bit more lighthearted. Yeah, all right. Long story short, I'm obviously still Asian. I haven't turned white over 30 years. That hasn't happened yet. And so I share an affinity with Kevin a little bit. I was actually born in Hong Kong. My parents moved to Singapore when I was about 2 years old or something like that. And my mom was actually Malaysian. And then my dad's actually he wasn't actually from Hong Kong though. He was somewhere in Guangzhou. So, but anyway, so that's that. But because I think the back end of the story for that was, I think my grandparents has a very, very similar story to your grandparents, Vince. Like they were like second and third wives sort of thing. So my dad, my grandfather, I've only seen a photo of him. I've never seen him in face to face. When I say photos of him, it's not paintings like, as you would back in the day when you couldn't afford anything. It's literally pictures with the man was holding a freaking huge camera with the friggin' light stick with the phosphorus thingo. And so long story short, if you can afford something like that, your grandfather's bloody loaded. That's what it is. So therefore he's got that many wives, which is normal, very normal. What was the other thing again? So I think they left Hong Kong really and came to Singapore. Because my dad has a crazy theory that when China takes over Hong Kong, we'll be all screwed, which he's right. Problem is,
Which-
I got the timing
which
wrong
is-
by 25
right.
years or
which
30
came,
years.
which came sort of true. Yeah.
So there goes for conviction. So as long as you stick to
Yeah.
your guns, it will play out at some stage. It's just that, you know, you've probably grown old and got bored.
Mm.
And yeah, so I think he has a really, really happy time. Was it last year, calling all the relatives and flipping them off? Like, said, I told you so. I told you so. I was early by 30 years because everyone laughed at him, of course, right?
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I think Singapore was great. I think the only reason why they came to Singapore was because it was growing. So there's lots of opportunity everywhere, and there's a lot of. I think that's where it started, where all the European companies and American companies and whatnot, they're setting up shop down in Asia. And if you want to do it, I suppose Singapore is nice and good. They had lots of incentive back in the day. So opportunities were very, very plentiful. So my mum and dad didn't go to school very much. I mean, this is just normal back in the day anyway. You know, no one goes to uni. Even if you did go to uni, it's like, you know, I don't know, one cousin or one uncle or that sort of shit. It's very rare, man. It's not like now. And yeah, so that's what that was. And so I spent quite a bit of time in Singapore at least. And my dad had a venture in Australia, so more Brisbane. So I get to go back and forth whenever they felt like it. But my mom has a very, very funny, I won't say funny though, it's credit to her because I think coming from she wants me out of the rat race as a child, which is good intention, very well intentioned. So, which means don't go to public school, that sort of shit. So my parents paid to the nose for me to go to international school.
Wow.
So as a child, so you can, they burned the money. They did everything for me. My clothes were like $200. You know, back then in the 80s, you got or late 70s, you got $200 clothes. That's a lot for a child.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a suit. I've got a photo of myself wearing a suit. I'm thinking, what the fuck? What? Why would I do that? It's so hot. But I did it anyway. So, but anyway, so that was that. So only international school. So picked up the accent. Funny story, you should know this. My parents can't tell the difference between the accents. Of course, you got no clue. You're Asian. All white people look the same, right? Which is the same thing like they look at us. You know, we're actually completely different. All three of us, we're all different, but everyone thinks we're the same. Of course, same deal with them. So they said, okay, you have to speak perfect English because they're coming from that colonial times where if you're an English speaker, you are like the conduit, the translator, the everything. So if you work in a major port in China, holy moly, you know, the world's your oyster. You go anywhere, right? That's where all the boats will come and whatever. Yeah. So that's great. So they have that mentality, and that stuck. Well, they still stuck to this very day, which I did confront it. My mom said, "Hey, why didn't you force me to do more Chinese?" And it was like, "No, I don't like that." I'm like, "What? What's wrong with you?" But yeah, no, that's what they are. So so they hired a tutor because first things first, they were very concerned with one thing. I have to have an accent. That's how you're a cut above the rest, a head and shoulder above the rest, which sucks. So my parents didn't. So my parents put me to Australian school. That's fine. They hired an English tutor. Problem with the English tutor is he was actually from New Zealand. My parents don't know that. So I grew up picking up that accent, or at least whatever. And people look, I won't say people laugh at me, but they straight away they looked at me. You know, my skin's a bit yellow and a bit darkish. I'm more darkish. I don't know why I'm a bit darkish. Just how it is. Maybe someone told me in the past, like I think one of my ancestry would have mixed with Portuguese, because back then, you know, like in Macau, you get the Portuguese tarts and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not like full yellow. I'm a bit darkish. So I come across as, I suppose, like, you know, native New Zealand, Kiwi, whatever. And then I spoke those words, and they looked at me like, you know, where you're from, you know, that sort of thing, with a weird eye. But anyway, so that's that. So they didn't know. This is a joke. This is like a family joke till now. They will, I always call them out for being idiots, but, you know, I don't blame them really. That's just, you know, those are best intentions, but no, really funny.
Nice.
So so that was that. And so I get to go back and forth and all that sort of shit. I dare say I spent more time in Singapore. Oh, obviously my parents' business went to shits.
Damn.
Yeah, or when the shit's gone, like literally gone to zero, like 0-0. So I had to go to a public school. That was a rude awakening for me. I went to school for the first day, and I've got this weird accent. I cannot fit into all the kids. And the worst thing is this. I think, Kevin, you know this. They all speak Hokkien. I freaked the fuck out because I only spoke Cantonese. I mean, look, there was one or two guys who speak Cantonese. That was fine, but it is not something that's very popular with the kids.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, hey, Jose boy, that sort of
It's
shit.
not cool, man. Yeah,
it's not cool.
Yeah, it's
I mean, like, it doesn't sound. Yeah,
it doesn't sound
I suppose,
badass.
Correct. The word is badass. It doesn't sound badass or badass, whatever. It just doesn't. Yeah, no, you just don't fit in at all. And yeah, that was pretty hard. And yeah, you try to find your way around it, and everyone's like, they call you the Hokkien word like amokia, but you're not. Your hair's yellow. Like, I mean, sorry, your skin's yellow, hair's black.
Yellow,
Like,
yeah, hair's black. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was good. And so I learned Hokkien as quickly as I possibly can. And if you want the girls, you're gonna. If you really want the girls in school, then you have to be a gangster, and you have to rap in Hokkien. You have to know all the gang chants. You need to know. Yeah, in saying that, like, you would even sometimes. I'll be honest, I don't actually even know what the fuck I'm saying sometimes, but I would say another gang's chant in front of this gang's chant, like, which is predominant. Yeah, that's a no-go, right? They'll be like, did you change or swear allegiance to someone else or some shit? No, we're the Brotherhood or whatever.
Damn.
Right? And then, get into fights and shit, man. I was like, Kevin, I don't know about you. You look like a nice boy growing up. I mean, I don't know. You look like the type that will hold a dictionary on one hand and a thick, I don't know.
Thick
I don't know. 作业作本, how gongming, that that shit, that's like a Singaporean thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like that anyway. So I'm different. I would walk around with bloody. I would walk around with weapons tucked in my pants, that sort of shit, because you never know who's going to rush you at the bus stop outside school. It was horrible. It was a horrible way to. Yeah, but I didn't go to jail. I didn't do anything. Thank God for that. So that was good. And I think Kevin will also know this. I served the Singapore Army myself. So that was definitely a game changer for me. I did stuff that I never thought I could do. And until this day, like, if I were to be going through hard times, I will always remember the shit that I actually did then, because nothing else that I will do, I dare say from now until the day I go in the ground, nothing will beat that. Nothing will ever trump that.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, and I was forced to do it, or I could leave the country. Well, one of those things anyway. But I remember my parents were being tired asses. They were like, "Nah, you go." And I think there was a price for that. If you are a foreigner, and if you decide that for some reason you don't want to do it, you pay like 80 grand or 100 grand, something along those lines. It's a lot of money. Like, still, or even if you had the money, you won't pay it because it's, I don't know. Anyway, so my parents just say, go do your time. It's like going to jail. So go for 2.5 years or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I actually liked it that much. I actually wanted to stay. I did the whole thing, and I actually wanted a career. I actually did it. I tried to do everything I possibly could to try and stay in there, but pretty unfortunate. I was injured, and and usually when you have an injury, more than likely you can't stay. Because you will be a liability at some stage. So they do want you at your best, physical best, everything. So you can't have a back injury. I suppose you can break a hand and a feet. That's normal. But you can't have something, in your core that's I won't say messed up, to be honest. It's just, it's just a bit bad, a bit of bad luck sometimes. My Kevin, you will know this. You'll be doing something called the buddy system.
Yeah.
And if your buddy's shit, you're shit.
There's
no questions there.
Yeah.
because he will drag you down.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I got the shorter end of the stick. So there you go. But anyway, that's that. So I think after that I left and I went back to Australia, and that was it. So I've never really felt in a certain sense whereby my home is a certain location on this earth. At least I've always felt that, just home's just wherever, man. I mean, like wherever you decide that this is your house, where you want to start a family, that's your house, really. That's your home. So, I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say, if Hex does what it does, then yeah, I'll go anywhere, really. It doesn't really matter. I really don't think it matters at all. We'll just be anywhere and everywhere. And I'm sure if we have, when this BS COVID is over and whatnot, I'm sure we'll meet. We'll all meet. I don't care where, I'll be there. I'm sure all of us.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably just go in the crypto a little bit. So actually, I bought Bitcoin in 2012. I didn't held. I didn't held. So don't go woo. I didn't hold. And one of the things I suppose Kevin talked about with Hex is if you say you're going to hold, you have no choice. You will have to hold. So, but I didn't hold. So bought in 2012 because of a radio show. It was actually, it was a radio show. It was these two clowns. I'm not going to name who. They're just in Australia. They come on late afternoonish. If you're driving home from work or going, home from school or whatever, if you turn on the radio, it's always them. So that's fine. So they bought Bitcoin. I think it was $20 back then, and they said they bought something from the one and only Bitcoin ATM, which at that point in time in 2012 is very, very rare. So you go to a specific place, and they obviously explain the dodginess of this machine that doesn't look like it's about to do what it does, and nothing comes out, just a sheet of paper with and the wallet address, and go, here's your Bitcoin. That's it. And you're thinking, what? Where did my money go? So that's what they did. So I did the exact same thing. I can't remember how much I bought though. I think it's probably a couple $100. And then I think so I created a wallet. A QT wallet. I don't know if you remember those old school Bitcoin wallets where if you don't update your peer list, they don't show up. Your coins just go. They just don't. Either they don't sync or they just throw you an error. And if you don't know how to troubleshoot that shit, you thought that your wallet is zero.
Oh man.
So for me, I was like, no, why's my wallet zero? That sort of shit. But anyway.
That reminds me of Richard Hart's IOTA rant.
IOTA. Oh, yeah, no, that's classic, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, but he explained it really, really well, though. Like, it goes to a different node, and if this node doesn't talk to that node, then it's not going to show you the correct balance, or, well, they can't come to a common consensus. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I sold it in 2014 because it went to about $1,000, I think. And I actually got married at the top. So
Nice.
not really at the top. I think the top was like 13 or something, 1,300. I think I sold it at 11. That was fine. Obviously I kicked myself. I waited a little while. I could have got $200 more or whatever. So that's fine. Didn't, obviously stupid pleb me would think like that, right? And then I sold it all. I didn't do anything until about late 2016. So why Bitcoin came on my radar was because there was a news article that came out and said that Bitcoin was worth, one Bitcoin at least, was worth more than 1 ounce of gold. So I was a gold guy from forever. I've always, whether it's culture or whatever. My mom has a 2-gram Pamp Swiss gold nugget. Not nugget, like a little bar thingo on her chest every time. She taught me this, like if you were to be traveling anywhere in the world, if you lose your wallet, your passport, everything, that 2 grams on your neck will save you. Which is true.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I traveled, I do the exact same thing. I went above and beyond. I did like a 1 ounce gold chain, so I've got an extra ounce there, and I got rings and shit. That's that sort of thing, because you never know. It will. Yeah, you can easily exchange value anywhere in the world. So I suppose Bitcoin was. Yeah, I suppose that's why Bitcoin kind of took my attention because I'm thinking, how is this worth anything? Of course, stupid play bus back in the day, we didn't understand it. Everything just goes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just goes up over time. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
And so that was that. And I got into all the way to 2016, wrote the whole thing up, and then came down. I took the mental shortcut, at least at that point in time. I thought that it was smart, was not to buy Bitcoin. I didn't buy, actually, just so you know, I didn't buy Bitcoin even though it hit that news. I bought all the shit coins because at that point in time I thought you only need that little much of economic mass to go 100x, which is true. It actually did exactly what it did. But stupid me, so you put $1,000 by the end of 2017, I mean, at least you could flip like 400x. So $1,000 could be $400,000 by the end of that. Easy. And so that was a story. And you can call it denial or some shit. I never sold any coins. Not at all. Even till today, I haven't sold anything. And I know probably about 50% of them have gone to zero. Like literally zero. No one trades them. There's no, and then you get the odd spike every now and again on an exchange. And when you look at, because back then we don't know how to read the order books. Well, I didn't, because I can't. And then now when you look at the order book with what you know, and you realize, hang on, someone just exchanged 0.01 ETH at that price, and that was the price on the chart.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm thinking, okay, well, now you're smart, so you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's that. That's the end of me.
Yeah.
And I found Hex just like everyone else. Day one, OG, if you call it OG. I think most of us have been following Richard way before that. So, yeah, Richard's just, he's on another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, lighter note. Do you have any food on your table right now?
I currently don't, since it's only 6 a.m. here.
Oh, there you go. I love those. Those are cashew nuts, aren't they?
Yeah, those are cashew nuts.
Nice.
And some I don't know what's this, some kind of nutty ingredient, something. Pistachios.
Yes. Ooh.
Which in Chinese is called 开心果, which means happy fruit. Yeah,
that's it.
Happy fruit. Yeah. So yeah, some kind of
Cool.
stuff. We have pineapple tarts in Singapore, but I think I finished all of them. So
because they're so yum, I love them.
What's that?
Pineapple tarts, right
there. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents actually made them. So I've got fresh ones when this one I bought from the shops anyway, but this is a different style. So the pineapple is inside as opposed to outside the pastry. This one my wife loves. I don't know what it's called. Sorry. Fuck.
What's that?
Yeah, you have a look. The gelatine, not the gelatine. There's a little thing in the middle. Actually, you know what? This is shit. Sorry, I'll take it out. You can't see with the lights and shit.
That's shit. Huh.
What do you call this?
I don't know. It's sort of a jelly inside.
No, so the pastry is just where the white is, and on the top, it's like a
dab or something.
It's a dab of jelly, but the traditional one is red in color, but this one's green. I don't know. Look, I'll find out what it is, man.
Okay.
But I
haven't seen that one.
We've got 6 viewers.
Hey, we've got viewers.
D-Raj.
Hey, D-Raj. Kong Shi Fat Chai.
There you go. No, lovely.
Shout out to the other Hexagons in chat, to Crypto King,
Crypto
Benny.
Who we got?
Wales.
I think Sammy wasn't here earlier too.
Wales. Shout out to Wales.
Yeah, Wales too.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's that? Ah,
You never forget this, man. This is fucking classic. You go to every house visit, you get one of these. That's the only drink you're gonna get, and you want to get the one in the fridge,
yeah,
not the one outside.
It's got to be cold.
It's got to be cold. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's difference in weather though. Like, I know in Singapore it's humid and hot like 24/7. Yeah, it doesn't matter when. It's either wet or it's either wet or super hot, humid, that sort of thing.
So interestingly, I heard the climate is playing tricks this year. So back in January, we had the coldest spell in Singapore since I don't know when. It was like what, 21 degrees.
Wow, that is cold.
21 C, which is, for those in the States, is 70 Fahrenheit, which is like freezing in Singapore.
Damn.
So like everyone started to come out in their winter wear. It was hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. So in case you don't know, it's summer the whole year, here in Singapore. So the average temperature here is like what, 86 degrees, yeah, which is 86 Fahrenheit. So yeah, so hitting 70 was interesting.
Cool.
But now it's back to normal. Yeah.
How long did that last? Like a couple of weeks? No, I mean a couple of days. Weeks,
no, close to 2 weeks, which is highly unusual. Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and it was raining every day for the first 4 or 5 days of the new year. Yeah, it was weird. Man.
Diraj is saying it's raining in Manila.
Yeah, Manila.
Hey, he says, "Where's my
What?
Look at the chat."
Come get it, man.
Hey, man. I was about to say, if there's a bull run this year, which I know there will be for crypto, it's definitely bloody Asians. It's the bloody year of the ox. Surely that's us.
So interesting observation, because I've got the ETH price on my touch bar.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I saw you
on my Mac. So I was staring at it last night. Then just as we were having it was Chinese New Year Eve. Everyone was having their reunion dinner and all that. I saw, hey, I wonder why is the gas price so low?
Everyone's eating,
and the gas prices dropped to like 80 or 90 Gwei.
Dang.
I said, whoa, okay. So, it's
I think I did a stake just earlier before we came on stream. I think I paid like 90. I did the lowest anyway. It was like 96, 95. It's still good though. 96, 95 is okay. And I think it took, I don't know, an hour, maybe an hour and something minutes or something, which is fine.
Yeah.
You're doing a stake. I mean, you're not, it's not like you're going to cut over the next day or something. Really? Crypto King, really?
Nice New Republic.
126. Let me check the staker app if
oh yes. Yeah, right.
Nice.
0.126. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Let's cross there. So yeah. So setting. So it was funny. I was on the DS morning stream yesterday. So Kinetics was saying that he said his Gwei low.
I remember that.
and it was really funny. Gwei low. In case you guys don't know, Gwei low means Westerner. in
He knows the word, which is
Sorry.
He knows the word, right? I mean, he knows like.
I have talked to him in DMs before, and he I think he had some Asian friends, so I think he's slightly I'm pretty sure he's at least familiar with the term.
Yeah.
So
Anyone wants to take this one?
Oh shit!
I'll let one of you take it.
I don't know really.
I just looked it up. Apparently, a bull refers to a fertile male. Well, I'm not going to say this. And then the ox is a sterilized version of the adult male. What?
What?
Really?
Really?
Oh yeah, they've had their stuff removed.
So
I
the
learned something new today.
So the ox doesn't have balls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we should say ox. We should say bull. Well.
So that's why it's a bull run and it's not an ox
Exactly.
run.
It's not an ox run, right? Like, come on.
Ox run doesn't have balls. So yeah.
No.
I don't know if you guys have seen on Twitter, but there's some wordplay going around on crypto Twitter, and people are saying it's the year of the 0x.
Ooh, hey, that's
okay.
Yeah. It's nice Ethereum humor going on there.
Or it could just mean hexadecimal, whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's that's funny. Talking about I suppose actually, Vince, I'll probably start with you though. Do you know? Yeah, look, I suppose I don't know if anyone will be offended though. I'm just probably just say it out loud without thinking too much. What is, at least in your head, the most derogatory Chinese word that you know? It can be in any dialect. I don't give a shit. So if you know something, that's fine. But it's something
you mean in Chinese?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Sorry, no. Yeah, I should be more specific.
Like, what I've been called by other people.
That's a good one. I actually don't know that.
I mean, the one I can think of is just like gan.
Nah, gan is normal.
Well,
gan.
When I hear, you hear sometimes people say like "gan ni ma." It's like "f your mom."
Yeah, that's mild, man.
That's mild, man.
Yeah,
that's like go fuck your mom or something, right? Yeah. Which is normal.
It's just a cool little moment, So.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even go.
Yeah.
Well, you started it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I don't know. It's just the only reason why I said what I said was I don't know if I told you guys before, or maybe I did. I went to have dim sims or dim sum, if you like, in Cantonese with my family. This was probably about 2 weeks ago. So we normally go to this joint. So I don't know if anyone knows this. If you're Asian, the place that looks the most dirty, the place that looks the most unassuming, is usually where all the good food is.
Best food, yes.
Best food is all there. Yeah. Just that, prepared to, just have a good high risk to reward ratio, because the risk could be you running to the toilet. So it was really funny though. So we ate, and then I heard this loud. Actually, boys, did I even say it before? Do you know the story? Did I ever mention it before or not?
No.
No? Okay, never mind. No, because I was about to say, even if you heard, just act surprised. No. No, okay. Anyway, food's good, blah, blah. And I heard this loud, Cantonese rant that was coming from the inside of the kitchen. I think it was the head chef, of course, and he was on the phone. So my natural thought was on the phone, because the kitchen is a loud environment. You're probably deaf, and therefore you speak loudly, which is normal. But it wasn't until when you listen to the conversation. This is hilarious. It's so funny because the patrons were laughing as they were eating, and I'm outside, and I can like, why the fuck's everyone laughing? Like, is there a joke like that I don't know of? Is everyone? Because if I think you know this, Chinese people don't talk to each other when we eat, especially when you're strangers in a restaurant. We don't. We do our own shit and we get the fuck out as quickly as we possibly can. We don't talk to each other. There's no small talk. I'm not saying there isn't, but if you're old and you've got nothing to do and you're alone, probably you will talk to everyone that walks past. But normally we don't. We just go, eat, and get the fuck out, go to work, whatever.
Yeah.
So then all laughed. I was thinking, what the hell? And then what I heard was this. So it was okay, so a typical Hong Kong man would, or definitely Hong Kong for sure, because he would yell on the phone. He yelled on the phone to a supply, or what seems to be a supply, and says, 你咪知道我要麵粉啊，我要 flour. So what the person heard on the other side, because in Australia, I mean, we said flour, as in, I think Kevin would say flour, flour, you can't, which is, so he said flour. So I think the person on the other side of the phone just went, oh, flour, just go pick it outside. Like, or go to florist. What the fuck are you calling me for? That was what he said. I was like, I mean, oh my god! So he started the curse like, oh, you stupid. He goes, flour. 你做生意你唔知呢啲嘢咩？ you're doing business, don't you know the shit? and it was and then after that it was straight away. It was like, 你屌我尊重你，我先至唔屌你啫. I'm thinking, what? Why would you have respect on someone on the phone but not curse? Like, I don't know. Oh, and then we just laughed our asses off, and then I think he gave up. So he just literally just took the van and just drove to, I don't know, just wherever, and it just gets his own flour or flour or whatever.
Flour.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh. Let me just see what's on the chats. Oh, look at this.
Did you guys?
Oh, look, I'll go down the list anyway. I replied to Grayscale about their ETH holdings. I told them that it was actually Hex Holdings, but they don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they going to do? Go double check the contract? What are they going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, that was good. I can't remember what I said, and I don't know why he said what he said.
I don't remember.
Oh, look at this. Same thing in New York and most places. Oh, okay. So we're probably talking about locations of the food, our food joints. If the food's, there we go.
Yeah. Hole in the wall.
When there's a hole in the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
So what's this? Gold morning.
Gold morning.
You mean good morning, don't you?
Gold morning.
Maybe it does mean gold morning.
More gold morning.
Maybe. I haven't checked the price of gold. If it's doing well, I don't care.
Yeah.
No.
I did catch a little bit of it.
What's going on?
I think Crypto King sent him some a couple of the hex lamps that I have going back here. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna buy that. Does it come in different colors? Like you push a button, it goes a different color?
It cycles through. Yeah.
It cycles through. Do you pick the color, or is it standard?
There's a gradient. There's like a hard, a solid like cycle, and then there's single colors.
Cool.
Yeah, you just tap through it.
You just have to cycle through. Okay. Yeah.
This one's cycling over. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's cycling over.
Nice.
So, just shout out to Crypto Hut.
Yeah.
Hut Crypto.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Great guy. Sent me sent me lots of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Scott sent me a bit. See this? Send me Bitcoin.
Little coins. Yeah,
Send
I
me
got some
Bitcoin.
too.
Yeah.
Oh
send
yeah.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice stuff.
I think he's working on a hex one too.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
sure.
He's working on a hex one. So
That'd be cool.
can't wait for that one. And I think he's doing is it him or he's doing like a hex bracelet pendant or
A
something.
necklace? A
Oh
pin?
yeah,
Well, that's not him. That's some other dude. But I think that's also a friend of Crypto King.
okay.
He can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
Some nice bling.
Yeah.
Good is better than good.
Well, spot on.
He's not wrong there.
No, not at all.
Oh, just going back to the restaurant thing real quick.
Yeah, go.
It's funny you mentioned that the dirtier or the seemingly the dirtier the place, the better the food. But a similar kind of little piece of wisdom that my mom had passed down to me when I was younger was she said basically when you're going out to eat, always go to the restaurants that have a long line.
Yeah.
Because the implication is that the food is good there because people are willing to line up and wait. So kind of when it's funny with these high gas fees on Ethereum, I kind of make an analogy with that kind of I just see the parallel of like the network effect of Ethereum being so strong that that's the only reason the gas fees are so high. It's because everybody wants to be
Everybody's
here.
in, yeah.
Everyone wants in.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that reminds me that I don't know if I screenshot something that I said. I basically replied to a guy on Twitter. I think he's selling a product like a research sort of thing, and his comment. Well, I think he's just trolling everyone who says ETH is great or some shit, and he just went like, $1,000 gas fee will break ETH or something along those lines. Where people, I mean, he just goes like, it's so expensive, no one's going to use it. I don't think so.
Was it Brad Mills?
No.
That Bitcoin maxi ish.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up on Twitter.
I remember that guy was complaining on Twitter about Ethereum, and he's done a stream with Richard before, so that's the only reason why I remember that name. But yeah, lots of Bitcoin maxis will kind of use the gas fees as an angle of attack to shit talk Ethereum, but.
I don't know if I told you guys before. I used to be a Forex trader. When I say Forex trader, I don't do it professionally per se, but what I did was, I won't say fell for a scam per se. You know how like you get one of those ones in the newsletters, go, how would you like to make 5 figures when you fucking sleep? Which obviously doesn't exist, right? You kind of have to do something.
Yeah.
So, I did. I think, did I pay? I can't remember if I did. Oh, look, I probably did anyway. I think it was like probably a couple of grand or some shit. And then you'll kind of have to fly to another state and then go to a trading floor and you actually learn, which is good though, don't get me wrong, for 5 grand. And then I get to go to actual trading floor. Brilliant. I mean, for 5 grand, damn. That was okay. It was like a masterclass sort of thing. So that was fine. So that's where I kind of learned, I suppose, some trading stuff. And they were predominantly doing Forex tradings and that sort of shit. But I learnt quite a bit from there, and then I just took my own money and I did my own thing. So, that's where I started with trading, and that was, and I suppose that's where you learn to read the charts and everything. But now when you look at the crypto community, at least, I can tell that everyone knows how to read charts. It's like God-given, right? It's like... You start to do your fibs, you start to do your wave count, you start to do your support resistance, because all these are basic stuff, man. I mean, you as long as you know that, well, you can apply that to anything in life, be it real estate, whatever. At least it gives you an idea or a perspective of where the price is at and where it's going and that sort of shit. So, which is good, but I hope that we're not in our own little echo chamber where we all know this stuff and the average Joe, that anyone that I've so far tried to onboard, at least, they know absolutely nothing. So I actually tried to onboard a Chinese guy at work. He was one of those engineers anyway, and then we just greet each other in the corridors. Hey, Happy New Year, blah blah blah. What are you doing? And then he apparently he was wrecked, or his wife wrecked him, if you like.
What?
So she traded or tried to chase GME.
Oh,
So that thing obviously corrected 50% or whatever it may be, and then that sort of shit. So I started to drop some bombs just in our chat, and I really hope no one's actually looking at our chats, because when you chat on Microsoft Teams, you can't actually delete those chats. You can't clear those chats. They're there. They're always there.
yeah.
So, but anyway. So I just dropped him some shit, and he just said, "Well, after all the crap, there was one lot. There's just 3 words that just came on as a reply. What to buy?" I'm like, great, there you go. So go get some hex, 3 letters. Oh well, get some hex, 4 words, but hex is 3 letters, which is Then I'm probably doing another onboarding because I'm working tomorrow on the weekend. So I'll probably onboard. Yeah, I'm probably doing another onboard of a colleague. So which is good when it's nice and quiet. So that's pretty good. But I'm gonna say shout out to Staker App, Steph, Firebun. Damn, there's nothing else out there.
Awesome.
That's like this. I went from that chat to people trying to onboard to say, "Oh, where do I buy my ETH? Where am I going to put my ETH? How am I going to send the address? What the hell is this? What's a gas?" Like, nah, fuck that shit. Just one app, problem solved. Put your card details on there, and that's it. So but it's quite a bit of a wait though to get the wallet set up, the smart wallet. I don't know if you've tried that. I think it's a couple of weeks now. So I think was it because they wait for a low gas fee day or something, and then they just do this or do all the wallets? Is that what it is?
Well, I know that there's I'm not exactly sure what's associated with the wallet is, but I know that it's coming out of Stefan Farpen's pocket basically for operations.
They're paying for that. Wow.
They're paying for that.
Yeah.
So D-Rod asks, do you think agents understand Hex more easily? Yeah.
I think so.
I think so.
I think they have the potential to. Yeah. I'm not sure what the traditional time deposit sort of climate is over there, but maybe you guys can elaborate.
It's extremely low. We just call it a fixed deposit. So we just call it a fixed deposit. I think it's like it's crazy. It's crazy low, 1% or something. Yeah. Propagating the math stereotype.
Yeah, come on. I mean, I don't know. I think Kevin's good at math. I'm wrong I could be wrong, but I think if you're a programmer, you kind of have to be good with numbers at least with the 4 basic operations at least. You put int integer, and then you go put whatever your 4 basic functions for math at least. That's the. I remember doing some bit of actually that's a good point. I think I did some programming on Java back then. I think it was just doing some shit in school. And I think I did this project where you have to program. Okay, so you basically write the program of a vending machine. There's quite a bit of logic to that. So you kind of have to put the coin and then depending on how who pushes what button at when, which gives you a price of a drink and how much coins do you spit out, and you have to program the error handling side of things, where if say you're out of 10 cents, what do you do then? That sort of thing. Because if you don't, then it'll just crash out and it'll just it won't work.
Yeah. Huh.
So, or how like when bad software is written, when the error handling is not thought out properly, they would either just completely crash, or they will give you an error message that is so generic it doesn't make sense. You can't troubleshoot it.
Right.
So, but that was that. No, I'm not good with math. I'm gonna say, are you good with math, Vince?
No, not very much. I think Well, I'm 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 pretty good at like algebraic math, but when it comes to like things like geometry and trig and calculus and stuff, yeah, that's a little out of my range.
Well, actually, that's a good point to point out, because I'm actually also pretty bad with those, because I couldn't actually see, like, if you're not an engineer, that's probably useless. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it's not practical at all.
You can't really use it for any. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
But I suppose basic operations, I think we should be pretty good. Like, especially doing interest calculations, your home loan, that sort of shit. And Asians, of course, you want to get the best deal. Of course, you do.
Yeah.
And no,
It all comes down to money.
And actually, I don't know if you agree with me though, but I think most Asian people are more long-termers. We kind of think a bit longer. So far, the people that I've met, at least, they kind of think a bit long-term. But in saying that, they don't. Well, I suppose for us, at least, Hexicans, we kind of know, like, I suppose a bit of taking a page out of Richard Hart to say, like, if you want money, what must you do? Should you work, 24/7, or should you just go and, be an entrepreneur or something, that sort of thing. So you take the mental shortcut and go, and I'm going to go down that path. It's a no-brainer. But I think, also there is an element of being Asian where, because we had like 200, 300, 400 years of colonization, where we normally, I think where you always bow down to your masters, you do that, and you if possible, if you could in a conversation, at least if you could disappear into the wall, you would sort of behave. And there's a lot of hierarchy in I suppose social classes as well. I think we're one of the founding cultures, at least for social classes, where if you're a freaking king, you're a god, right? That's how it is. And anything less than that, you just nothing really. And I can't remember which was. I think there was the biggest downfall. I think the biggest downfall for that sort of mentality in the modern age would be, say, a relationship between a captain of an aeroplane and a co-pilot. So, like, if the captain were an old Asian guy who's starting to make mistakes, you can't say a word and everyone dies.
Yeah. I think there have been a couple of cases of that, actually.
Yeah. There is. I think if like in an Asian country where both pilots and co-pilots go through this whole respect thing. Oh, I'm old. You need to respect me. I've got the experience. Blah blah. That sort of thing. And no. But I was about to say, any one of you in the room, at least, or maybe even anyone in chat, would you at this point in time, if you see something is wrong, at least to someone who's more senior than you, would you speak up?
That's a good question.
And I think I know why you're stalling. Because I'll probably say the words that you want to say, maybe. Any thoughts, Vince?
If it were a matter of like obviously life or death or health or something that has tangible consequences, I would probably speak up. But then again, I'm a little more Americanized, so there's I've noticed that with fellow ABCs and people that were Asians that were born here, we tend to have a more kind of look out for yourself and prioritize yourself first kind of mentality over the more communal and collective mentality of the more what we call them here, like fresh off the boat people, or the people that actually live in Asia. So so there's a bit of like a cultural divide there.
So I can speak a bit of this because I worked in Taiwan for close close to 2 decades. So the management style over there is actually quite traditional. So you're not expected to talk back to your superiors, and and I think it's also partly influenced by Japanese work culture. So it's like they also do the work, do the overtime just for the sake of doing it, not because they've really got a lot of work to do. It's just to stay in the office as late and not leave before the boss leaves.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah. So that sucked. So yeah, it's refreshing to come back to Singapore where it's not so bad. It's not so bad. But I think then again that's probably because of the companies that I've been in are more like westernized. They're more. You're more encouraged to speak your mind. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Don't know about the case in Australia.
I think we're very. I don't know if you know this, but like Australia is like a cousin of America. Whatever America has, we have. I think even the way that we talk is going to sound more American over time. I think in the next generation or two. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like no one goes. I mean, so far, at least in my generation, no one talks like like back in the day where everything. Oh, you'd be right, mate. G'day, mate. I don't talk like that. I don't.
That's a knife. That's a knife.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good impression. Solid. So same thing. So yeah, absolutely speak up when you should. But then I kind of noticed that usually if you're ABC or fresh, I probably won't even say fresh off the boat. I won't say fresh off the boat because no. I won't say it because it's not fair because they don't grow up with that culture. So if you're ABC, I don't know. I feel like I think there is some stereotypes when it comes to these sort of things. Like if you work in tech, probably you're Asian. Like if you work in software, probably Asian. If you work as an accountant, probably Asian. If you're you probably. If you're a doctor, probably Asian. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a combination of migrating demographics for the last generation or so, and that sort of thing. But that's what I noticed. But funny that Kevin talked about the Japanese culture because I worked in a Japanese company. Actually, I'll probably say this ages ago. I worked for Panasonic. This was when I was early 20s or something. They've got this thing where exact same shit. So you get a department, and then you've got say picture a rectangle. Your boss is always sitting in this direction, and the workers are just down this way. So they can see what the hell you're doing. You can't see what they're doing. It's always like that.
Yeah.
And they go through the they call it the Tuesday assembly. You would go and listen to your CEO or your chief speak, and there's usually something motivational, or you kind of have to sing the song. Apparently there is a song in Panasonic. I'm like, what? I didn't know that shit. It's in Japanese and all that thing, so it was good. So I picked up. Yeah, I suppose that's where I picked up a bit of Japanese, and and then I went down the path of. Actually, I probably didn't say this. I went down the path of exploring, actually going to bloody Japan, and said, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find a job in Japan." Man, it's hard, man. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I think So I think I found a job as, I think they were doing, it's one of the schools in Tokyo. It's one of the uni, I can't remember now. They wanted to upgrade their fleet of computers from Windows, I think Windows 95. I don't know why they're still using 95. This was mid-2000s, so it's probably 10 years, 10 years. But I think they used 95 because there was a native version of the Japanese. I mean, like native operating system in Japanese as opposed to English with a language pack. So they want it that way. So, if you go to control panel, there's no way in hell you'll know what the hell those things mean. And if you don't know Japanese, you don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know. So, so I think they went to Windows 7 or some shit, something like that. So, 6 months, man. It was a 6-month stint. And, my lunch was basically every day was 7-Eleven, squatting outside 7-Eleven because it's only 500 yen for onigiri in a rice in a plastic thing, and you just pull just one single pull and the whole thing comes off, and it's just this rice wrapped in cereal. That's the cheapest shit, man. You can either waste your time going to Yoshinoya, which there could be a queue, there could or could not be, and it's double the price or something like that, which is just your normal beef bowl or whatever, or you can just walk into any other restaurant, which would be at least 3 times the price. And then by the time you get back to the office, you're late because they do check on you if you're late. I mean, you try not to be late.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that freaked me out the most was on Friday. So they assigned someone to me. Like when I say assign, it's like a teacher in the uni who apparently speaks some English that I could understand anyway. And which is good though, because his English wasn't good, which is good for me because it forces me to take night classes and learn all that shit. And I bounce it off him, and he teaches me a lot of shit. But it's just that when he wants to get the word in English, he can't. So resort to getting English Japanese dictionary, the good old thick books. That's the only way to go around it. Then on Friday, that really shocked me. Every Friday, he cross dresses.
Whoa!
What the
fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? At first, I thought what I thought was on Friday, at least on that very Friday, I thought that desk was a hot desk. People come and go. That's what I thought.
Hot desk.
And it was him or her or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, what?
What?
So no. And I think Friday in Japan, I think Kevin would. Did you live in Japan, Kevin, at all at some stage?
No. But I've done like business trips over to.
Okay. So I think in Friday people tend to dress funny. And not casual Fridays. I'm not talking casual Fridays. Like they dress funny. Like everything that you're allowed to do, you would, And I think I caught that bug. And on every Friday, I would cosplay.
Shit.
Yeah, I would cosplay. I would leave a long hair, and I'll start to do I spent 2 hours before I get to work, and just to do my hair. 2 hours to do my hair. I mean. Friggin' 2 hours. I love that shit, man. That was something else. Then I found myself a girlfriend. That was something else as well. That was something else. I won't talk about it.
Another topic for another time.
That was another topic for another time, but no, that was good. Sorry, actually, I'm just going to revisit the chats. I think we've gone really, really far. Oh, look at this. Viraj, when was the last time you visited mainland China? Did anyone even go? Actually, that reminds me. Vince, you have never, ever set foot in Taiwan. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I have never set foot outside of the United States, outside of the continental United States. Yeah. That's how whitewashed of an Asian I am.
Oh, God. Okay.
So I can answer that question. I returned back to China in 2018. Yeah, I went back to my hometown in China. It's a place called Hainan Island. It's just off the coast of Hong Kong. So apparently I'm the first male descendant of my line to graduate from college. Turns out.
Oh, nice.
So when I went back, they put out, they lit firecrackers.
I can totally understand. I'm only laughing because it sounds ridiculous, but I know they do that. You're right.
Yeah. They do that. It's like deep in the countryside, and it's like,
Yep.
yeah, okay, so my granddad started from here. Yeah. So interesting. Yeah. So
I was about to say, I think I'm also in the same boat as you. None of my... Actually, no. Sorry, no, I take that back. We're not in the same boat. No, don't worry, because I forgot about my cousins. Go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, it's an interesting experience too. Yeah. Yeah. If you get a chance, go back go back to your and go back to the homeland and check out your roots. Yeah. It's
for sure.
It's an interesting experience.
That's definitely on my wish list once Hex appreciates enough.
I'm sure you can get it. Yeah, but
yeah.
After all this ends.
Yeah.
I've never been, just so you know. I've never been. The closest was Hong Kong, and that was it. I couldn't even be bothered to cross the border to go to Shenzhen. Couldn't be bothered. Well, I wouldn't say couldn't be bothered. It just, nah.
So was the last time you were back before Hong Kong got handed back to?
No, I went after, not before, but after though. So
after 97.
I don't know, like mid 2000s. It was still fine though. It was mid 2000s was still okay.
Yeah, it was still okay. Yeah.
And I just spoke English, and that was the rule of thumb in Hong Kong. You speak English, and then everyone will drop to their knees. No, I'm just joking. No, that doesn't happen.
Maybe before.
But no. I did the most honourable thing. Is I spoke Cantonese, as broken as it sounds, and just whatever, in a completely different accent. That's completely fine, and they pick it up from day one for sure. And first things first, I think my Cantonese is more Southeast Asian. There is a difference between Southeast Asian Cantonese and
Hong Kong.
and Canton. Not the same thing. They don't. I mean, not the same as in they don't use the same words to talk about the same things, if that makes sense.
Kind of like Taiwanese Mandarin and mainland Mandarin, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
But the funny part is when you speak with a funny Cantonese accent, they always think you're from San Francisco, from the Bay Area. I don't know what it is. It's just, and the word, there's a word for that. It's called because San Francisco, I think in Cantonese is called Kamsaan.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's the Gold Hill or the Gold Mountain because of from the mining days.
Yeah.
So they would, I would say, like how should I say? Like for example, if I want something. I think most Hong Kongers would say, I learnt this from someone else anyway, and they will be like, ngoi ikin, goi, ngoi leikin, I want this,
Thanks.
or I want that, or something. But I went, but for me, I didn't say that. The first thing that came out of my mouth was how much it cost.
Okay, Tina.
Yeah. How very Chinese.
That was the first thing. Correct.
Yeah.
That was so. I thought it was universal. Apparently, it wasn't. I don't know, but I said that, and then they looked at me funny, like, I think they looked at me funny for two reasons. Like, first things first, can't you just pick the bloody product and read? Like, the label's there. Chinese people, I tell you, any shop that you go to, I don't care if it's a convenience store, whatever, they label the fuck out of everything. There's no way in hell you don't know how much it cost. No way. They would spend that money and they'll label it. So if there was a discount, you don't know about it. So that was that, and then they just went, "Oh, you're from San Francisco." I said, "Nah, I'm Australian." Anyway, that's that.
Yeah, that's that.
So let's go on the next one. What was this?
Yeah.
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 No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Diraj, if you're still here, I'm just wondering, because you're Indian, clearly you're Indian, and you're working in Manila, I suppose. Who are your peers? Are they locals, majority locals, or I suppose of your home country, if you like, or someone of very similar ethnicity that you work with? I'm just curious, really. That's all.
It would be great to have him on the show.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say probably even reach out to us and say if you'd like to spend some time, and just come talk to us. I suppose.
Yeah.
Use your native tongue if you have to. Teach us a thing or two. I know very very little words. I don't know what you speak. I don't know if you speak Hindi or Tamil or what. I know there's a difference. I'm not ignorant. Thank bloody God. I know there is a difference.
From his name, I don't think it's Tamil. It's yeah.
Or Punjabi or one of those. But anyway,
probably from northern India. If
don't know. We'll let him comment if he's still here. But anyway.
Oh, he's still here. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, he's still here. I just saw that, but we'll go down the list.
Yeah. Looking.
Love it.
Yeah.
Nah, I love it, man.
We love to have Crypto King on.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about
for sure.
And Papa B as well.
And Papa B as well. Talk about So I think Papa B was in Japan when the Kobe earthquake struck.
Oh,
so he's
that was a long
he's been there like
holy
long time. Yeah, I think definitely over 20 years. Yeah, so yeah.
Wow.
So we should hope probably we could get
I can probably try. I can probably test my broken Japanese. Konnichiwa. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Shikan de wa nai desu.
Jikan de wa nai. Well, we're here, so that's definitely not. Yeah. Anyway, we've got no life, and that's why we're streaming, right?
Yes.
Chikan. I meant chikan.
Chicken. Sorry. There you go. See how stupid I am. It's been that many. Been that many years. I haven't actually practiced. So, but Zugetai. Benkyou shitai.
Chikan wa hanzai.
Anyway, there we go. What's this? I don't see myself ever living back in Japan. Oh, there you go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Hang on. We'll get there.
Yeah.
What's this?
I have a
London Real.
Oh, London Real. I think I've seen London Real.
Yeah,
nice.
I've got an issue with the host though. I'm probably not going to talk about it. When I say I've got issues, it's not my issue, but someone's obviously pointed it out. I go, yeah, it seems legitimate to claim. Anyway, that's fine. We'll leave it. Look, if people are going to watch him, if he's got good followers, great. Let's put him on. So,
of course, yeah.
No, you got to be joking. You've got to be joking.
That's a bit of a Pandora.
Are you saying where is Taiwan or what is Taiwan? Seriously?
He's
You're in Manila, Diraj. Taiwan's just across from the Philippines. It's just over that way.
I'm pretty sure he's just trolling with that one.
Trolling. What is Taiwan? Is it a rhetorical question?
Yeah. It's rhetorical.
I'm gonna say this that will offend. Oh, it might not offend you because you probably don't care. It's a territory of China.
I mean, technically, you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Believe it or not, I'm more triggered than Vince because I've spent.
Yeah,
there. So.
I mean, that's a very complicated issue.
Yeah. It's very complicated. It's very complicated.
You know what I hope? I hope that Taiwan would just float in the direction of Hawaii and just float away.
That might be safer for all the inhabitants there, actually.
Yeah, you could just.
I think the Taiwanese would rather float towards Japan and just become another part of Japan.
Yeah, because for those that don't know, Taiwan was actually a Japanese colony for 50 years.
For 50 years. So
the history, yeah.
Wow.
And,
so
actually
So
didn't
a
know.
lot of the infrastructure in Taiwan, like the railroads, the dams, and a lot of it, was built by the Japanese.
Yeah, a lot of the government and school buildings.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
the
were
government and school
all built by
buildings.
Japanese. Yeah.
So the older generation, I think, if you're older than like 70, you probably had you had a Japanese education. So
Yeah.
so the older generation can speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's
Yeah. My some of the family on my mom's side actually grew up in Taiwan during the Japanese occupation. So my grandpa actually still he teaches Japanese and over in Taiwan, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, he speaks it like super. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of like cultural overlap there. So
Yeah. There is a lot. So apparently they also recruited, I think back in I forgot whether it was the Second World War, or I think the Japanese army also recruited the Aboriginals from Taiwan to fight for the Japanese Imperial Army. So they also have apparently they have the ashes of some of the the Taiwanese Aboriginals that fought in the war. They have them in the Yasukuni Shrine.
oh,
Tokyo, yeah.
oh,
It's a fact. That's a fact.
yeah.
So that's the history between Taiwan and Japan.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Wow. I actually didn't know any of that shit. But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I visited.
until you went there.
Until I went
Yeah.
there, until I went to the Yasukuni Shrine in Tokyo. Yeah, interesting place. Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, he's referring to the interview.
Doctor. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Great. I'll probably go down to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh.
Wow.
Hmm.
Did you look? Go ahead.
I remember exactly where I was when I saw the quake on CNN. I was in Hong Kong airport, flying back to Taiwan, and I saw it on CNN live as the tsunami was coming in, as I was like, what the fuck, Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. I think Kevin and myself were on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Clubhouse is, and I'll tell you why this is, well, I suppose related to Clubhouse at least. So if you don't know what Clubhouse is, I'm out of invites, by the way, so don't ask me. So I think we did invite a couple of HexAsians who own Apple phones, iOS phones at least, because that's only available in iOS phones. So Clubhouse is one of the latest social media, which I think will take off by storm. So this is voice only, where rooms can be sporadically created and people can just come and go as they please. As far as I can tell, there is no. I think the value where this is there is no censorship resistance. Oh, so I suppose it is censorship resistant, where they're banning at this stage. Well, I think there was a recent update, Kevin, if I'm not mistaken. It was they allow you to report was it spammers or trollers?
Trollers.
Yeah, so one of those. So if you use your microphone or talk when you're not supposed to, I think they can boot you. I don't know if they can boot you off anyway. Yeah, I think I was in a room recently just with, I think it was just it was actually a Japanese room, but they were all speaking English. So, but anyway, I think they were talking about what they were doing at the point of when Tohoku earthquake was happening. Like, where were they? What were they doing?
Yeah.
Like, some of them were. I think I remember one that they mentioned was they had to buy bicycles to get home because that was the safest thing, and it was sold out everywhere. It's either that or you walk like hours and hours and hours before you get home, and you may or may not have a home when you get there. So yeah, I mean, your apartment could have collapsed or whatever. I mean, I suppose if you're in Tokyo or smack in a big city center at least. So yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go there.
I'll just pretend he was referring to Papa B.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, dude, who's the oldest person in this room other than? Well, it's obviously Kevin. Anyway,
Papa B's not as old as you think. Yeah. Just has some follicle dysfunction.
Follicle deficiency, or dysfunction.
Anyway. Yeah, that shouldn't really be taboo in Japan, though. It's bloody everywhere. It's like it's in the 7-Elevens, everywhere.
Yeah, it's out.
There is no shortage of material.
No.
And I seriously don't know how high schoolers can concentrate at school because it's everywhere. I mean, like, I don't know.
It's everywhere.
I mean, anything that's shy of you actually getting a girlfriend, that's your best thing, right?
Yeah.
The next best thing, anyway. Oh, there you go.
Okay, Mumbai.
So you know everything. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, come and reach out, I suppose.
Well, we'll share the socials, I guess, at the end of the stream.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, I passed it to Karim, the clubhouse.
Oh, okay, that's what he meant. Okay.
The clubhouse invitation, but just so happens he's on Android.
Oh man, wasted invite.
Wasted an invite, unfortunately.
So the shit thing about clubhouse invites is that you cannot retract. You cannot retract it after you set it up. So yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
I think this clubhouse thing is a hype because it's only iOS. Who the hell uses voice chat otherwise? Okay. I'm just gonna say this is not like a WhatsApp or a with a voice function. It's not like that. It's okay. So you create an account. It's just you can either link it to your Twitter or your Instagram if you've got one of those. And what it does is as soon as you get into the main homepage, at least you can see all the other channels if you like. And if something or a topic, or rather, when you create a profile, you have to, you kind of have to state, or you don't have to, but you should at least state your interest because it will show you what you may be interested in at least. And I think so far what's happened is we've got like big named people who are, who open a room sporadically, and I got thousands and thousands of people in a room. And I think the beautiful part about this is anyone can talk to anyone. So if you've got something to say to, sometimes Elon Musk, I think there was ones where Elon Musk came and I think he went into someone else's room or something, and he was obviously placed as a speaker, and the room just went to chaos, and everyone just wanted to put their hands up and talk to him and ask him questions and that sort of thing. And I think the next one that I got most value from was when Kim.com actually did a room. And Kim.com, I think, was there. I think he's still doing a show now as we speak. Not a show, but he still was in a room as a guest speaker. I remember the last time he was on there for 14 hours. So some of these rooms, they can stay as long as days, weeks, or whatever, as long as you have a mod, and then people go to bed or whatever, and you just cycle through mods and that sort of thing. So so he goes to he spends 14 hours talking to people. He goes to bed for 6, and then he comes back again. That sort of thing. And you can choose not to say a word. You can just go in and just be like an observer. So I think this is actually meant to be like an actual simulation of, say, you in a workspace, and conversation is sporadic or not sporadic. That's the wrong word. Like, on the spot, if you like, where you see someone that you want to talk to from a corridor as you go past. They go, "Oh, I'm going to talk to you," and then 2 or 3 more people come, and then you've got this conversation going in the courtyard or the corridor or something, and then everyone goes their separate ways after that. That sort of thing. So, which is it's basically the digital version of that. But really, hang on, I'm going to put this up.
Well, we'll see.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say it's a bit too early to say.
I think
anyway.
I think it's early to say. So
I think most new technologies go through that kind of proving phase where a lot of people think there's no use case or it's not going to be popular, but then sometimes things surprise us. So I don't know. We'll see.
So the Clubhouse is effectively still in beta. So there's I think their ultimate goal is to I don't know, get an IPO or sell off to some tech giant. So, but one thing's for sure, if they sell to Facebook, I think everyone.
Hopefully not Facebook.
Hopefully not Facebook, man.
We'll just
because they'll listen to every conversation, they'll record and all that shit.
Oh hell no!
Yeah. By the way, none of the voice that you hear in the room gets recorded. I mean, obviously, if someone wants to, put the phone into a microphone or whatever, then that's obviously there. But I think it was just about a week ago. I think that Clubhouse got banned in China. That was a no-brainer because as soon as people download the app and introduce your friends in, and they'll get people start to speak their mind. Oh my God, no, that is a no-go. So they've blocked it.
So today I went into the room and I still heard someone who is from China talking. So apparently, if you manage to download the app before it was banned, you still can access it through VPN from China right now. Yeah. So yeah.
Huh.
But if you didn't manage to download it before it was banned, then too bad.
Too late. Yeah.
Because you won't be able to get the invitation. So.
Or you could fly out of the country, which you can't do now, I suppose.
Of course.
And download it and come back.
Yeah. So you can imagine to those people in China, it must have been like, wow, what is this? It's like opening a Pandora's box, Shit.
Like, you mean I can talk without getting recorded, and I don't know no one knows who I am? Great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting times.
Yeah, but you, I think I mentioned this on our own chats anyway. Fun fact: VPNs get blocked in China 2 months of the year. I think it's May and June or something when the party meets. They block all VPNs.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what you got; it's just blocked. So because the last thing you want is someone with Clubhouse hit the microphone, create a channel, and broadcast everywhere.
You want to listen in on the
on the meeting.
On the meeting, live.
Yeah, that's a no-go, man.
It's funny.
So
that's funny.
Yeah, but then of course there's an element of not being recorded. So, look, I don't know. Yeah. No, but I did get quite a bit of value. I think the only other reason why we invite HexAsians was because There's no hex rooms. There's very little crypto rooms. I did a quick search. It was only like one scroll worth of crypto crap, and it's just all the degen trading shit.
Yeah.
And then when you go into those rooms, there's people talking about signals and that sort of thing. I'm thinking, nah, we can do better than that.
Yeah.
Or it's either all Bitcoin maxis just talking, and I think I was in some DeFi rooms, but besides that, I think there's a lot of opportunity for Hex, but the nature of Clubhouse is making personal connections. So they have rooms that what they call silent rooms. Okay, so where people just go in and not talk. So what you do is just go in and look at each other's profiles, and you just follow whoever you feel interested in. But all of that is bullshit. So the main thing is to go in and just talk to people, and build new connections, and probably hopefully from there you can onboard new users to Hex.
I think I went into one of the VC rooms, just tech VC rooms or something, and I kind of heard, or hear at least live, connections are getting made. Like, oh, are you a developer? Are you working on this? Like, my company needs this help, and come and DM me, that sort of thing. So that you can see that happening live, which is pretty interesting. But other than that, I think you're right. There's lots. Oh, that reminds me. I was laughing and giggling away because I went to a room called Pikachu, and everyone in the room had the microphones unmute, and it just went Pika, 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 Pika.
Oh my god!
It was like, what the fuck is this room?
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna find it. Oh, of course he is.
Let me see if it's on.
Oh, it could be closed by now. Everyone's asleep. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like not Pika. It's not Fika. It's Pika. Shit.
D-Raj, yes, you can.
Yes,
you can private chat. So this is really funny because Kevin invited me, and then I was having lunch, and all of a sudden he created a room, and he pulled me in, and all I heard was his voice coming through my phone. I'm thinking, what the hell's gone wrong?
Oh man.
Oh, I don't know if you can see this.
What's that?
No. No, I can't. I don't have the pickup.
Yeah, don't worry, man. I think someone will record it. It will be on YouTube or something. It's a weird room. It's a weird room.
It's hilarious, man. It's crazy. So yeah.
I think the other one that I was actually, I think there was also another room that I've been into. It's like teaching people languages.
Yeah.
And you get lots of that sort of shit. Like, I think I've been to a room that's trilingual.
That's a really good use case. Yeah.
Very. For teaching, for not to get judged. You can say broken shit. You can because technically you can say shit and just get out of the room. You could. So, what?
Next.
What do you say? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure someone's already done it.
So,
it's not. Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
No, it's not.
No.
But it's a really, really long range radio. That's what I call it. With a push to talk button. That's what it is.
It's a push to talk.
Social media walkie talkies.
Yeah.
No.
I heard they're working on the Android version, so hopefully I get to join in on the fun. Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, but I'm getting sucked in like every other free time I have. My phone just I go through my notifications for the people that I follow, and sometimes they'll just bring you in. They're like, hey, I saw you in the last chat. I've just made this room. Come and join. And I think Kevin goes to this food channel,
Yeah.
or room, if you like, and then everyone changes their DP to their favorite food or something like that.
Yeah, really.
Then there was a weird one that you were in yesterday. The one there was one where everyone had QR codes, and they were sending money to each other.
because it's a Chinese thing, so you can send money to each other for what for like good fortune or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would like I would send you $10 and you'd send me back $10. It's like the exchange of money is supposed to bring
Good luck and
good
good
luck.
fortune.
Yeah, and prosperity and whatever. So everyone had their QR codes for their like sort of like money transfer. they put their QR code on as their profile picture, and everyone was sending like money to each other. It's like, what the?
I tried to join the room. I put the Staker QR code on. I don't know if it
Yeah,
was
I saw
scanned.
that. They must be like, what the?
Like, what the fuck's this?
Gotta check your referral pay tab for see if you got any referrals.
Yeah, you kind of have to be on. But,
Oh, I don't think so. That's a stretch, man. That's a stretch. Yeah.
yeah, but the I think the potential is very, very limitless at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting so much value just going to these rooms and but then again you kind of feel, I think I spoke about this, you kind of feel like you don't click, you don't fit, like some of these people, like, oh, I'm a founder of this company, oh, I'm a trilinguist, I can do, I'm great with all these things, and then I literally just pop in the room like middle class, I'm nothing. Sort of thing, like, I mean, well, I don't care, dude. I mean, I'm here to listen, learn, and whatever. So if you let me talk, I'll probably say something, but if not, I probably won't say a thing. But no, you get pretty good value when you go into those rooms with, I suppose, I did go into like a couple of entrepreneurial ones. They're okay. Yeah, I mean, some stuff pretty common sense, but no, definitely lots of potential for HexAsians to go on, and anyone who wants to talk, really, and just pass, keep a room alive, pass mods around so the room stays open, and if someone comes in, they can just talk to someone, onboard someone, anything can happen, really.
That it makes me think that there's probably some good potential there for maybe even Richard Hart himself to do a AMA there.
Yeah.
For us HexAsians, and maybe like people that aren't in Hex will see it, will be like, what's this, and then they'll tune in and onboard people that way.
But then again, I don't know how powerful the mods are. I don't know, Kevin, do you know, like, how powerful? Can you mute someone? Can you organize people around the stage? That sort of thing. Yes, like that.
You can mute people. You can bring people up on the stage. You can kick them out. Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Because I remember Richard, every time when he goes on a live stream, he struggles, like, blah 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 blah. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, he's always minutes behind chat, and sometimes he loses questions and things like that. So I think maybe if he's willing, maybe that Clubhouse would be a good format for him to, I don't know, just try something new and see. What happens. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's a different format from the live stream because you can talk. Yeah, right. You talk in real time. There's no lag in like scrolling the chat and things like that. So yeah, you pretty much speak whenever you want, but of course we can have moderators to go in and control the conversation. So
nice.
So it might work. Yeah.
Nothing. I was just laughing because I went to another room, and there was this girl who created a channel, and then she pulled other people from another channel because there's a guy apparently who was hitting on her, and she lost it, and then she just went, oh, I was this room and this guy was just hitting onto me. He just won't stop. And then some guy just came up, put a hand up and started to talk. And he goes, why don't you consider meeting him? And he goes, are you nuts? Is it why? He's got kids, And then the conversation just went out of control. It was funny just to listen, man. It was just like their thought process. Like, why am I even entertaining talking to this person? He's got kids, And it's just, oh, are you judging the person because he has kids? I'm like, what? Come on.
Oh, that's funny.
You can get on these really funny rooms. So
Yeah, no, that's really good.
It reminds me of some of those Reddit threads that go around.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I think we've just passed 2 hours, or just past 2 hours. Chat, if you want to say anything, now's your time, I suppose. Other than that, I don't think I've got much to go on with. I think we talked about this, just the 3 of us at least. Shall we come back again same time next week, or do you want to do it on a different time slot at least? Because I think the idea for this channel at least is to try and cater for the Asian time zones. So say a 9 or a 10, because I remember working back in Asia, like people get off work at 9 and 10 o'clock has its own little rush hour. People get home and that sort of thing. So I'm not look, I suppose that's still up for suggestions, I suppose, and changes. And I mean, I suppose we can get because I think we named this HexAsians, so to cover everyone of any background, ethnicity in Asia. If anything, I think you would agree we can all disappear and give you that space. Like if you're going to speak your native tongue or whatever, it doesn't even have to. Yeah, just do it. I mean, just come to us and we'll give you a link and off you go, really. And just what I would like, I don't know if anyone's done this at least, would be like if we can onboard someone or at least try and convince someone or something from on stream. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I do have a couple of workmates and probably someone that I know who was sitting on the fence. I might ask them to come on. They're obviously of Asian descent. They speak a completely different tongue from I do, and if anyone wants to, just to make them feel comfortable or whatever, come in and say hi or whatever it may be. And if anything, I might even say if you don't want to show your face, that's completely fine as well. So I'm not even gonna. We're not even gonna say no. You have to show your face, have a webcam. No, you can do it on your phone and a headset. I don't care.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. So that's completely fine. So, I'm pretty down for that. So that's good. There we go. He read our mind.
Yeah, we didn't actually discuss that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I know we did today because it's obviously it was the start of Chinese New Year, but I don't know when you guys wanted to do the next stream, so that's something we could talk about now.
I would happy with this time slot, but I just don't know which day. I suppose. Sorry, I just talked over you.
Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much just going to cater to you guys. So. Yeah.
Any thoughts, Kevin? Because you're Southeast Asian. I mean, living in Southeast Asia. I'm a Southeast Asian too, but go ahead.
I'm fine with this time slot, but if we were to open up to the people in the US, then could be later.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
That could be a problem because no one's up at 5 a.m.
Yeah. 5 a.m.
Except Vince.
Except me.
So that might be a problem. Sunday.
Hold on.
Someone wants to come up.
Gold night.
I love gold. Don't get me wrong. I've never sold gold. At least, I'll just say this: I've never sold my gold for crypto as much as I should do it. I haven't done it. So, anyway.
Sunday.
Sunday. Is that Dheeraj, is that the day that you don't work, or Sunday?
Okay.
Let me just check your time zone. Actually, hang on. What's Manila's time zone?
Manila's time zone is the same as Singapore.
Really? I thought.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
I think it's the same.
okay. So Sunday.
Yeah.
14th.
So are you saying Sunday night, Dheeraj? Or if it's Sunday night, that will be Monday morning. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, fine for me. Sorry, I'm just
Sunday night.
Yeah, look, I'd say Dheeraj, just DM us. Anyone of
Yeah.
us, doesn't matter. Crypto events, Kevin, whatever. We're happy.
Yeah.
If we, because nothing is solid at this point. I think we're trying to cater to more, like I think you talked about, just more Asian viewers. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Look, yeah, it doesn't matter where you are, really.
Yeah.
So we'll try this and and see where it takes us.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna.
Do we want
try...
to show the socials real quick?
Say that again. Sorry.
Do we want to show
Socials?
the Twitter and the
Yeah.
Telegram?
Go ahead. Do you have access to the chat or not?
Actually, I don't have access to it right now.
Hang on. Let me see if I can bring it up on the side.
So, well, our Twitter is just at HexAsians. So
yeah, let me. I'll put it on the chat. So
yeah.
Where the sad part is Twitch is going away. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I didn't even know it does that.
Nice.
Wow, nice. Okay, there you go. I'm playing around with Restream for the first time, and
nice.
And our Telegram.
Oh.
So that was a bit of a test. That was good.
Uncle Kevin.
Shit.
Uncle Roger.
Do you have the link for our Telegram group?
Good point.
Yeah.
Can you put that on the chat or?
Let me find it real quick.
Is it HexAsians 369 or?
It's
t.me/. Is it the public group?
Yeah, it's public. It's not showing it on my phone. I think it's just t.me/HexAsians.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
And I don't know if capitalization matters, but the H and the A are capitalized.
Let me see if I can do this.
Yeah. So for any people that live over there in Asia if they wanna be are interested in being guests on our show, you can reach out you can join the group and coordinate there. So
hold on a second.
Or Twitter, of course.
I'll try and put this out before I close. The hell is this? Sorry. Technical difficulties. Hang on. I'll have to work this out. View group information. Yeah, let me try this. Hang on a second to make sure we're up with an S. Beautiful. Now that.
Awesome. Cool.
So that and yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. I've got nothing more to add, Kevin.
No.
No?
So
Okay.
let's wrap this up.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
We will see you, I suppose, at this point when we see you. Crap. Hold on. I just froze. Hang on. Nah, there we go. Nah. All right. I'll see you when I see you. And I will leave the good old Chinese man who doesn't know how to cook as a outro. All right. See you boys later. Good night.
All right.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Good morning for you, Hex. I mean, Vince, actually. Shit. I totally forgot. Yeah, you're in the morning.
It's all right.